Hello guys and welcome to the chuunibyou-kun. In this video we will gonna talk about part 3 of The Ruler of Conspiracy, which is the 10th light novel volume in the Overlord series. If you didn't watch previous parts yet, you will find link in my description. But before we start, spoiler alert, warning. This video happens to contain a lot of heavy spoilers that are all originated from the Overlord Light Novel series. And don't forget to like, subscribe my channel and hit the notification for more uploads. So without any further ado, let's proceed to part 3. In the slain theocracy, a meeting of the highest authority of the theocracy begins. Their first topic is the seizure of the fortress city of Irantal and its surrounding area. They argue that they should have intervened in the war, but it was refuted in their previous session to not engage with the extremely powerful magic caster that could control a mighty death knight on its own and tacitly acknowledge it. They received a report from the Thousand League astrologer, who has confined herself to her room, reporting over 500 high-level undead and a single spell that could take down an entire wing of the kingdom's army. They immediately understand that Ains is capable of using the magic of the gods. They scorn the empire for siding with the sorcerer king and irritated at the kingdom's idiocy to let their army be massacred, but now they could not play a direct hand in ruling an area that bordered a nation of demi-humans ruled by the dragon lords. They decide to send an emissary to meet the emperor, but they are still concerned with his allegiance. Meanwhile, they try to piece the relationship between the sorcerer king, Momon, Jaldabith, and Henyapanyoko, all strong individuals that appeared around the same time, knowing full well that it is the time of the year again where gods will start descending down on the world. They received another report from the outfield agents. Irantal was ruled in peace with no revolts under the undead king, and the citizens are living ordinary lives with the death knights are used as city guards, elder licks as public servants, while soul leaders are used to pulling cargo wagons. They agreed that they will not antagonize Ainzuul Gaon and his nation, being wary of creating another enemy, while still had not fully ended the war with the elves, and they decided on sending a messenger to talk with that dragon lord about the elves. They decide not to use the downfall of castle and country on the sorcerer king, and instead to use it on Catastrophe Dragon Lord as a vanguard if they could find the dragon lord. They also decided to send the retired Black Scripture members to aid the dragon kingdom. In the Baharath Empire, Emperor Jerknov Rune Farlord El Nix is visually distraught. He starts losing hair and his health is deteriorating, succumbing to a habit of drinking potions to alleviate his stress. The imperial soldiers blame their misfortunes on the emperor, believing that he had full knowledge of the effects of the spell cast by the sorcerer king. After hearing about the arrival of the emissary from the theocracy, he decided to set the meeting place to be at the Colosseum, along with the two high priests from the temples. Despite being very paranoid about people eavesdropping on him, even with multiple prevention magic being cast, he still decided to continue his plan of the meeting. In the imperial capital, after Ains was told by Ainzik that they will meet the arena owner tomorrow, Ains paid a visit to Fluter Paradine at his residence. Fluter tells Ains that his influence within the empire is decreasing and that Jerknov might have found out about his betrayal. Ains offers Fluter a position within the sorcerer kingdom to be in charge of the magical research. At the same time, Ains rewarded Fluter a copy of the Book of the Dead for his efforts, and Ains also tells Fluter that he needs to stay in the empire for a while longer because he needs the empire intact. Ains asks Fluter about the details of the Martial Lord and the Death Knights. The next day, Ains and Ainzik meet Osk, the promoter of the Martial Lord. Ains tells Osk that he wishes to secretly arrange a match against a martial lord, Go-Jin, which Osk accepts his challenge and gives Ains a condition that he will not use magic during the match. Moreover, Emperor Jerknov arrives at the Colosseum with Bollywood Peshmal and Nimble Arkdale and Och. They meet up with the Silver Thread Bird, who are supposed to be Jerknov's bodyguards, during a secret meeting with the emissaries of the theocracy and the high priests from the temples. Just before the secret meeting started, Ains suddenly appeared as a challenger in the Colosseum, surprising everyone. It caused the emissary to accuse Jerknov for setting them up and immediately left the meeting, leaving Jerknov in great confusion and despair of Ains's predictions. Jerknov still managed to convince the two high priests that he did not betray them and wanted them to at least stay behind to watch the battle in the Colosseum. In truth, Ainz only came to the Empire with Ainzik to recruit members for his Adventurers Guild and wanted to stage a battle in the Colosseum as a display of an advertisement to search for potential adventurers. And that's it for my video. Thanks BJORN Works for subscribing my channel. Thank you so much everyone. See you soon in next one. Until then, sayonara.